cyberspace. Can we talk about Star Wars for a minute? Because I don't think I've ever mentioned it before, and there's something wrong with that. I have been a major fan of Star Wars since I was very small. I was homesick one day and my mom popped Star Wars in an attempt to make me feel better, and good God did it make me feel better. It is one of the best things I've seen ever. So George Lucas just released the Blu-ray versions of Star Wars, and I got so excited because I have one of the best mothers in the entire world. She bought them. Admittedly, my mom has like every version of Star Wars. She has the original VHSs, she has the remastered VHSs, she has the remastered DVDs, the original DVDs, the special edition DVDs, and now the Blu-rays. We're like, this would take up like an entire bookshelf, and we just want to see them all lined up from like beginning to like most recent. We just think it would be awesome. But anyway, I'm super excited about the fact that the original versions of the movies that they put on Blu-ray, I really hope that's true because the originals are so much better than the remastered ones. And also, I'm really excited for the extra content. There's a bunch of interviews and like making ofs and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to watching all of that because none of the other Star Wars DVDs really have good extras. The Blu-rays are supposed to have like hours and hours of extras, so I'm really looking forward to watching that because I love backstage stuff like that. The interviews with the cast and like the crew and stuff, to me, that's just so interesting to like find out who these people are and how they made this movie and how much they enjoyed doing it. The thing about like all this behind the scenes stuff is it kind of makes me feel like I know the movie better because I know how it was made. I can see the people who were working on it, and I adore finding out like all the little inside jokes and stuff like that, or like the pranks they all pulled on each other. That like really makes me like connect to the actors and the characters that they play better, and it just I love behind the scenes stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that on Star Wars because that's like the one thing that we never really got before on any of the previous releasings of the DVDs. Okay, and we discussed briefly how the original 3 Star Wars movies are about 15 million times better than the later 3. Entertainment Weekly had this little thing, they had this little blurb about in descending order of goodness. So it was Empire, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace. I might have gotten the order a little mixed up, but I completely agreed with it up until the end. It is my personal opinion that Attack of the Clones is the worst movie of all of the 6. It's a terrible movie, in my opinion. And everybody always looks at me strangely when I say that I actually like Phantom Menace better than Attack of the Clones, because they're like, how can you? It has Jar Jar Binks in it. And I'm like, yes, well that is true. It also has Liam Neeson, and Liam Neeson makes everything just a little bit better. Second redeeming quality is young, hot Ewan McGregor as young, hot Obi-Wan Kenobi. And its third redeeming quality is the pod race, because the effects in the pod race are actually really awesome. Versus Attack of the Clones, which has... What happens in Attack of the Clones? There's nothing in that movie that's even remotely good. I guess the battle at the end could be considered a redeeming quality, but it happens so abruptly that it's almost like, when did it start, and where did it go, and I don't know. The only good part about it is Obi-Wan's fight with Jango Fett in the rain, and yeah, the battle at the end between Dooku and everybody, I guess. So that's 2 things. Phantom Menace actually had 3 things. But then Phantom Menace is Jar Jar Binks, so you have to detract 1, so okay, they're even. I think Phantom Menace is better than Attack of the Clones because of Liam Neeson. The only reason I like it better, so I'm not defending that as a good movie, I'm just saying it's got Liam Neeson in, so that helps. Like, why? Why would you do this to us after the wondrous quality and the amazingness of the first 3? Or, sorry, the second 3. Or... the original 3. It's just so stupid because everybody goes, the first Star Wars! And you're like, okay, so do you mean A New Hope or do you mean Phantom Menace? Because I can't tell. So I guess to wrap this video up, I should briefly mention why I think Star Wars is as amazing as it is. Not only was it a triumph of digital effects in a time when digital effects were in their infancy, but it's also just, you know, it's a good story. People don't really talk about that too much when they talk about Star Wars. They're all like, oh, the effects, the effects. But honestly, I'm a fan of just the plain story. I mean, I'm not saying it was written well. I cannot defend Lucas's screenwriting skills. It just kind of makes me happy when I watch those movies. They make me laugh, they make me cry, and, you know, they just have everything in them. They have great characters. Love Luke. I mean, he's your quintessential hero, and you watch him, you know, grow to become this really awesome guy at the end. Han is obviously the greatest thing ever. It's impossible not to love Han. If you don't like Han Solo, then you just need to leave and never come back because there's something wrong with you. He's so funny and so wonderful, and he's just such a scoundrel. You have Obi-Wan, who is pretty damn awesome. He trumps Dumbledore in my book. Of course, nobody beats Gandalf, but Obi-Wan is pretty high up there in the old mentor category, and Yoda is just the best thing. You don't beat little Yoda. So, I mean, there's great characters, there's a great story, stunning effects considering the time they were done in, and I mean, they're just really good movies. They're a part of my childhood, they're a part of who I am. And I'm really, really grateful that my parents were cool enough to introduce me to those movies at the age that they did so that they could become a part of me. And now I've gone all sappy on you, so I'll keep being nerdy and completely obsessing over Star Wars. You guys keep being nerdy too, and I will see you next week. Bye!